Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about how to delete an element in a linked list. So when you have a problem in algorithms, the things that you may take to make it easier to solve it is to follow these three steps. Firstly, you may construct an element, an example of the problem, and then you need to find a naive algorithm for this simple example. After that, you need to check whether the naive algorithm is complete for all the situations of the problem. In this problem, let's construct an example of this. Suppose that you are going to delete the elements with number 3 in this linked list. So what will be the resulting linked list after the deletion? It will be denoted by the red arrow. The element with number 2 will point directly to the element with number 4. And what will be the steps to achieve this is to update the next field of the element of number 2. So what will be then you will have to find a naive algorithm for this example. Remember that in linked list, all you have access to is the header pointer, which means that you have to move the pointer to the next element each time to find the element to be deleted. And because you have to update the previous element of the element to be deleted, in each step you need to check whether the next element of the current pointer has the number 3. So this will result in the naive algorithm like this. Firstly, you need to have a temporary pointer that stores the header, and then you need to check firstly you need to check whether the next element of the current pointer is null. If it is null, it means that the current pointer has already reached the last element of the linked list, and there's nothing else to be deleted. But if it is not null, you have to check whether the next element is to be deleted, which means that it has a value of 3. If it has a value of 3, you can just update the current pointer's next field to the next element, and then you have to break because this problem is about deleting one element in the linked list. Then the next thing you need to do is to check whether this naive algorithm works fine in all the situations of the problem. In this problem, there are actually 3 situations to be considered, depending on the position of the element to be deleted. The first is the header element, and it can also be the element in the middle, or it may also be the last element. So after you have carefully checked whether naive algorithms works in the 3 situations, you can find out that it works well in the last 2 situations, but it does not work very well in the header situation, which means that we have to adapt new things to our naive algorithms. And because it's only about the header, whether the header pointer is the element to be deleted, we can just check at the beginning if the header has the value of 3, then we can just move the header to the next element of the header, and because this is a function, we can just return. That's all for deleting elements in your linked list, and thank you all for watching, and see you next time.